Weirdos and Freaks. Hello, I'm Gwen from No Doubt, and you're in Launch, and we're in The Hang. I'm driving home from LA, a long drive to Orange County, and it had coffee and I had to pee really bad. So I stopped off at a gas station, no big deal, right? Ran in there, pee, get in my car, and some guy sees me and he's like, "Oh, aren't you the chick?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you know." Sign autographs. He's like, I really kind of, don't really like that Spiderweb song that much. He has a Metallica shirt on. He's all, but I really like the one that's in the top 20. I'm all, oh, you mean Don't Speak? He's all, yeah, that one's cool. It's like, wow, thanks. Next thing I know, the next day my manager calls me. He's like, I have to tell you the weirdest thing. This girl called me, my friend, and she's like, did Gwen use the bathroom in Artesia, blah, 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 yesterday? Or like someone knew that I went to the bathroom at this gas station, so that's when I realized that I was really famous. Because I have a phobia of being like anyone else, so I always want to have my own stuff, I remember the red dress that I wear on the cover of the album. I bought that at like Contempo Casuals or something, like just normal mall clothes, and I went to this show, and I wasn't wearing it that night, but some girl had it on. I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself now. When I started working on the art for No Doubt, like the album covers on the computer, I was like, wow, it's endless. You can do anything. So I thought maybe that's what I would get into someday. And I do want to learn it, but I don't have any time right now. Tom's the computer nerd in the group. Suggs from Madness, I've dreamt nights about. And Angelo from Fishbone, I had a big crush on him for a lot of years. Let me think. Warren from, I'm going to name all of them. Warren from the Vandals, I had a crush on him. He's a good friend of mine too. This guy, his name's Gavin from Bush. I had a crush on him. I have a crush on him. No, I'm just kidding.
I grew up listening to a lot of like funk and soul music, and I was really, I still am really into Prince as a musician and artist, and I think all his work is incredible. And but when I met Gwen and her brother Eric when I was 16, that's when I was exposed to the whole two-tone ska scene from England, and that's when I got into bands like The Specials and Madness and the English Beat and the Selector. I don't know if people don't know, but Gwen and myself both still live at home, still live with our parents, and my excuse that I always tell people when they think that's kind of strange is that I've been on the road for 14 months, so it's kind of silly for me to have a place or rent a place and not be there. So, and my parents are willing to let me stay in one of the rooms downstairs.
The media loves Gwen. They focus on her, and in fact today I was reading the Orange County Register, and I see Gwen on the cover, and it says, No Doubt Band, but it's not, where's the band? And it just makes it hard, and she doesn't want that. She thinks we're a band, and we're all a band, but basically growing up liking ska bands, this was a common, they would call rude girl haircut, and I believe I'm the first male to have this haircut. So I have to see what the ska girls have to say. They may hate it, they may like it, I don't know, but I'm curious to find out. We've been on the road constantly for over a year, so no one's had time to find a place to live. I just found a place, but I'm not going to be there very much because we're gonna tour the hell out of this record for the next 6 months, even more.
When I started out, I really liked hard rock players, and I liked bands like Kiss initially, but then Rush and Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath and these sorts of bands. A lot of the British bands I liked mostly. But that doesn't have a lot of bearing on No Doubt, because I've tried to get away from that in my guitar playing for this band and be a little more stripped down, kind of just a regular rock guitarist kind of vibe. The internet is the best way for a band to keep in touch with its listeners. It's way better than fan mail. It's much easier to write a letter to 1,000 people than to write 1,000. You know what I mean? It's just way more efficient, and bands in the past never had this, so we like to embrace it, and hopefully we can spend a little more time and keep updating our site whenever possible. Farrah Fawcett, I had a poster of her in a bathing suit in my room when I was a young man.